Annyeonghaseyo friends, and welcome back to the Torsie channel for more IU, and a very happy Friday day to you. And I mean that sincerely because we are going to do something fun today after many weeks of crying. The other day during the Golden Disc Awards, I was live streaming waiting for IU to come on, and the wonderful you in a chat recommended a song that I didn't even know existed. A song called Leon, based on the film Leon the Professional, penned by IU during a variety show, Infinite Challenge. The lyrics are lots of fun and I love the film Leon the Professional, so I'm really looking forward to seeing this. Today we are watching the Dlwlrma version, and over on Patreon we are going to be watching the version from the Infinite Challenge performance, Infinite Challenge concert thing that they did. I think it's a festival. I think they call it a festival, the Infinite Challenge Festival. We have also watched episode 13 of Hotel Dlwlrma. That was a big one. That was a really big one. And we have the podcast. If you want to join in on any of that fun, pop on over to Patreon. The link is in the description. In the meantime, let's get our hitman on. Gotcha. It's a shaky cam, but we'll deal. Especially for that outfit. So fun. That's what happens when it's a fan-made thing. Amazing. Oh, I love that. That is such a fun representation of Leon the Professional. I mean, Leon the Professional, the film, is not fun. It's very heartbreaking and dark for those of you unfamiliar with Leon the Professional. Leon, played by Jean Reno, is a hitman, and Matilda, who is 12 years old, was played by Natalie Portman, and she's just phenomenal in it. If you haven't seen Leon the Professional, it's from 1994. She's so powerful and so compelling. The film is basically a two-hander between her and Jean Reno, and she totally keeps up with this adult. But the story is that Matilda's family is murdered, so she approaches Leon and asks him to teach her how to assassinate people so she can get her revenge, and naturally he is very resistant to that. She keeps following him around, he keeps telling her to buzz off, he doesn't want the responsibility of having a kid, he doesn't want to teach her this gruesome profession and feel like he's corrupting her, and she is insistent that she's already jaded, she's already corrupted, you might as well just give her the life skills to be able to handle this terrible world. This is a two-hander song, and it was written on Infinite Challenge, and the challenge was that a comedian was paired with a songwriter, so IU was paired with a man who was significantly older than her, which can be difficult artistically and also just socially, dealing with somebody who is older than you like that. It creates a very messy power dynamic, and a very odd power dynamic when the person with the skill, like no offense, but the person with the skill who is really committing the challenge, which is writing a song, is the younger person. Choosing Leon the Professional as your canvas is such a clever and wise choice to recognize the age disparity at the beginning of the film and the song, a power disparity. That strange power dynamic was acknowledged and then handled through the song. You know, I know obviously in all kind of concerts, costumes have to get carried over through the entire set until there is a chance for a costume change. I don't know what was before or after Leon in Dlwlrma, but that mix of being really quite sexy or quite adult with the thigh-high boots and the tiny little shorts with the oversized shirt over the top of it was really well matched with Leon as a song, because Matilda is this complicated character who really shouldn't be a child. Nothing about her energy or her actions matches the fact that she is a child. She is just that little bit too mature for her age, and it is quite confusing as an audience and confusing for Leon, who is trying to keep her a child so she doesn't get any more corrupted than she already is. Having this costume that is peaking at maturity and then covering it up with this oversized thing, something that could have been borrowed from Leon himself. It's a really big shirt. It might not even be hers. She's taken his bit of clothing, as is what happens at the end of the film. That costume that would have served a lot of set happens to work really well with this story of somebody who is a bit beyond their years and somebody is trying to keep them young. It's like Leon said, put this on. Gave her one of his shirts. And that confidence that Natalie Portman gives in her performance of Matilda is also being given to us by IU's very confident performance. I love that it's such a fun song. I love that it's playful, that its performance is playful, its choreography is really playful, because the song is more representative of that push and pull of their relationship rather than the circumstance in which they're in, which is horrible and tragic and can only possibly end in one way. What's been played on with the song is the push and pull between the two characters, her nagging him and following him around and niggling at him and getting under his skin, and him just not wanting to be a part of it. So it works to have actually quite a fun, playful song, because we're not talking about my parents were murdered and now I'm going to go avenge their death. That would be a very depressing song. Instead, we're talking about conflict, which can be quite amusing. It's a really fun way to tell that story, and a really fun way for IU to manage a challenge where she is placed with somebody who in a lot of ways would have a lot of power over her. Being older, by being the mainstay on the show, by being in the industry that much longer, all of that kind of jazz. Really smart way to handle that relationship. Nice light one for us this week. No crying. Nice light one. Little Leon the Professional. If you'd like some more, as I said, you pop on over to Patreon and we will have some more fun with Leon the Professional and actually see the duet in proper action, full action. Though I very much enjoy the crowd singing the other part. That's a lot of fun. Thank you so much for joining me for more AU. 감사합니다. 사랑해요. And I will see you soon for more. 안녕.